Kenny Munich needs to rise and shine. Good thing he has his Folgers, because when he rises, so do 800 muffins.
What you did at this morning's meeting, that was pure poetry.
Stop it.
Hello, you spotted $1 million accounting error that no one else noticed.
That was pretty sweet.
But you did have 8 layers of sweet, crunchy backup.
What can I say? You're the man. Or the little dude.
That's me.
Stay sharp by stopping mid-morning hunger with Kellogg's Frosted Mini Wheat Cereal. It's an excellent source of fiber that helps you stay full and focused.
He's a little focused right now. Can I take a message?
The first topical serum with the facial filler dermatologists inject. Avon introduces a new Dermafull serum. Injectable-grade filler that restores the look of youthful contours. Only from
Avon.
Call your Avon representative for a new Dermafull and say hello tomorrow.
Billionaire Phil Ruffin is taking over Treasure Island. But what about the workers?
Will you add, or will you have to get rid of some folks? What's going to happen?
No, we're going to have to add some people.
I'm Kendall Tenney at 4. Our sit-down with one of the major players of the Strip, Phil Ruffin's big plans. And make sure you stick around for News 3 at 5. It's supposed to go to schools, but can Jim Gibbons do whatever he wants with the stimulus money? We're digging deeper at 5.
Every day I help people injured in a car accident. Do you know what compensation you're entitled to right now and in the future? Do you need help?
Golightly and Associates, 222-3333.
Monster Jam is back in Las Vegas at Ford Country. Your high-volume, low-price leader is crushing the competition with monster deals on your new Ford vehicle. 08 Ford Focus for just $78.77. Or get 09 Ford F-150s for an unbelievably low $14,877. Stop by Ford Country this Saturday to see Monster Month, the biggest, baddest monster truck on the planet. Autographs from the team. Your chance to win free Monster Truck Jam ticket and monster deals on your new Ford vehicle. Ford Country in the Valley Auto Mall, where everything we do is driven by you.
You know me, I'm Ed Bernstein, and I've been working hard for people hurt in car accidents for over 30 years. If you get hurt in any kind of accident, call me. I'll work hard for you too.
Enough said. Call Ed.
We're watching out for you. This is First News 3 at 4 with Kendall Tenney and Sophia Choi.
Thanks a lot for joining us. A major resort on the Strip is about to change hands. In fact, it's going to happen tomorrow. And for MGM Mirage, the timing couldn't be better.
The recession has landed the gaming giant in deep financial trouble. We've been talking about that. But thanks to a familiar face, MGM Mirage will now have $600 million in cash.
This morning, the Gaming Commission approved the sale to Phil Ruffin, the multimillionaire who recently sold the Frontier. News 3's Dan Ball has more on what Ruffin plans to do with TI and its employees.
In the morning we take over.
Phil Ruffin is back in the gaming biz.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Today, the Nevada Gaming Commission approved the $775 million deal between Ruffin and the financially troubled MGM Mirage.
MGM might have over-leveraged a little bit, and that presented an opportunity. They needed the cash. We had the cash. And normally you wouldn't have an opportunity to buy a property like the Treasure Island.
Thanks to the bad economy, Ruffin says the price for TI was a steal.
What are you going to do with that money? Just sit there? But now we have a hard asset, which I like.
Ruffin even added to the amount of cash he's paying up front, which will greatly help MGM Mirage's financial situation.
I have elected not to give them $500 million tomorrow, but $600 million. I've added $100 million to it.
This is a win-win. It's a win for you, put you back on the Strip. You're a good operator, you always were.
The commission commended Ruffin for making a purchase of this size during a recession.
This is the second time you've come to the rescue.
Yes, that's right.
On the win side for the MGM, much needed. And obviously what's good for the MGM is going to be good for the state.
Ruffin says TI will remain the same. No major changes, except maybe for some additions.
We have some plans. We have some plans that we're not prepared to announce yet, but some changes that will be very, very beneficial to the hotel and great venues. We're going to add a venue. Maybe we can steal some business from some of those other casinos, huh?
As for the nearly 3,000 employees, Ruffin says their jobs are secure.
We don't plan to terminate anybody. We just plan to make a quick switch as soon as we can.
Dan Ball, News 3.
Ruffin says once his team is fully in place and takes complete control of Treasure Island, or TI, some new jobs may be added later in the year.
A heartbreaking story to tell you about this afternoon. A 1-year-old girl has died, possibly from drowning after falling in a bucket. North Las Vegas police say it happened inside this mobile home near Lake Mead and Civic Center around noon. Investigators say a woman brought the child to a nearby medical center where that 911 call was made. The girl was given CPR and then taken by ambulance to UMC, where she died just a short time later. Now, detectives say they're working to find out exactly what happened in this case. Right now, though, no charges have been filed.
If you've lived here for a while, you've seen the boom. Well, now, Southern Nevada's population is slowing, according to some reports. Local experts believe we lost 10,000 residents during July of 2007 and July of 2008. They say a slow economy, the foreclosure crisis, and a high unemployment rate are driving people out of town. When 10,000 people leave, that has a big financial impact on our community.
When people move out, they're not spending as much. That means they're not buying as much. And that means that they're not paying as much in the way of taxes. And that then leads us to the point that the public sector's revenues decline.
There are, however, conflicting reports. The U.S. Census Bureau says the Las Vegas metropolitan area actually grew by more than 38,000 people during that same time period.
Well, one thing that's not slowing down is the number of homeless people in the valley. It's an issue that continues to frustrate Mayor Oscar Goodman. He told News 3 today he still believes many homeless people don't want help and turn down assistance from local charities. But he and many others are working every day on the problem.
Many of them are mentally ill. I think that society owes the mentally ill the obligation to try to assist them. But until we are given the tools to do that, it ain't going to happen.
Well, despite the discussion yesterday during the city council meeting, there are no plans right now for a tent city for the homeless. The mayor and other advocates say do-gooders should stop dropping food and clothes to homeless on the streets, and instead they should donate to the shelters offering services.
A program that delivers food to homebound seniors is getting an extra boost from the federal government. Catholic Charities Meals on Wheels delivers food to about 1,200 seniors every week. Now, Vice President Joe Biden is announcing Nevada will receive more than $700,000 in Recovery Act funding for programs like this one. Some seniors tell us without Meals on Wheels, they would have to move into a nursing home.
As soon as I start doing too much, I have to sit down. I can't cook for myself, so how could I live if I couldn't cook my meals?
Part of the stimulus package contains money for what we call EFSP, which is Emergency Food and Shelter Program. This will allow us to get some of the seniors off the waiting list and into the program.
The economic downturn has more seniors turning to programs like Meals on Wheels, and Nevada isn't the only state benefiting from the federal money. Nationwide, the funding will provide nearly 14 million meals.
Well, a lot of people out and about enjoying this wonderful weather. If you're headed out, you'll want to know about the traffic situation. Tom Hawley is actually above an accident on Sahara and Laredo. Tom, what's going on?
Well, a couple of accidents slowing down the commute right now. This one's Sahara at Laredo, which is blocked to the south, or make that Jones in Laredo, blocked to the south of Sahara. And check out the damage on the passenger side of this car. It took a pretty hard hit. I'm thinking from this car right here. You can see the front end damage there. Then both vehicles sort of spun around. So one person said to be injured in that accident right there. Jones in Sahara, just a little bit south of there at Laredo. Other accident that's causing problems right now is on the Martin Luther King Boulevard exit. That's not going to work right there. The Martin Luther King Boulevard exit, there we go, from southbound I-15 to Charleston. It's blocking off the center lane on southbound Martin Luther King Boulevard, not just affecting the flow of traffic there, but also as people try and make their way off of the freeway. You see it enters right onto Martin Luther King Boulevard. That'll be a little bit different. That interchange is going to be redesigned in a couple of years, but for now it's complicated, and that accident just doesn't help. Tom Hawley reporting from Sky 3.
Okay, Tom, thank you for that. Well, the shock of actress Natasha Richardson's death is amplified by what killed her. Preliminary autopsy results confirm she died of a brain injury suffered in what was first thought to be a minor skiing accident. But head injuries can and do happen with all types of activities, and we all need to be aware. Healthline 3's Sue Manteris joins us now. And Sue, doctors say the Richardson case really just points out that even what seems to be a minor head injury can really be dangerous.
Exactly, because remember initially she thought she was fine.
Yeah.
but it's a lot more severe than that because hospitals valley-wide tell us that they see patients come in with potentially serious head injuries every day. They see children and adults who were maybe skateboarding or roller skating or running or playing sports. You can suffer a serious head injury with any hard fall, and when that happens, you and those around you need to watch for the warning signs of trouble.
So if you had a head injury, if I know you, then I'm probably the best to judge if you're acting the way you are. In other words, your behavior is probably one of the keys.
So here are some of the warning signs of a potentially serious head injury: behavior changes, a loss of consciousness, memory lapse, they repeat questions, a bad headache gets worse, they cannot focus their eyes or walk straight. Dr. Carrison says if you have any of these symptoms, get immediate medical attention. With a head injury, the brain can swell, but since it has no place to go, that's when severe damage can happen, or you may get a blood clot, and that can happen with any hard knock to the head. I did that with my little guy when he was like a year old. Fell and hit his head on the table, and I took him to get checked out.
Yeah, and it can take, as in the Richardson case, hours for it to actually start developing any problems.
Right.
But, you know, she was walking fine.
Might as well get checked out because they kept telling her, let's get checked out, and she thought she was fine.
Sue, thanks. Now, according to the Centers for Disease Control, 50,000 people die each year from head injuries. Another 1.1 million are treated in emergency rooms.
You have less than a month to file your taxes, and with money so tight, it is more important than ever to file correctly so you can get the refund that's coming to you. News 3's Jim Snyder joins us live from the Saving You Money line, where experts from the IRS are standing by to take your calls. Jim?
You got it, Kendall. The number to call is 642-1342. If you've got specific questions about your tax situation, maybe it's changed a little bit this year with what's going on in the economy. These behind me are actual IRS agents. Smile, everybody. They're real people. I'm actually turning my back to them here. There's no problem at all. Very friendly and ready to answer. Now the phones are ringing. Any questions that you have. Want to talk here with Dan Goulet, who's the local United Way. And Dan, you guys have been offering tax help for free to people who qualify.
Yes, we have. This has been a program that's been around a while, but this year and last year has been probably more of an effort to notify the public of how they can access these free sites, and they're VITA sites. They can go there for free tax preparation, and right now we've done about 2,400 tax returns for folks in our community. If they were paying for that, these are free. If they were paying, it's about $150 a tax return. Yep. We've already saved the community and taxpayers $366,000.
Wow, it's a great service that you provide. The Earned Income Tax Credit, there's a lot of confusion out there about it. The bottom line is there's $52 million last year that was coming to Nevadans that didn't go to Nevadans because they didn't file correctly.
That's correct. Well, they didn't file at all, most of them. And this is when they file their income tax, there's a tax credit which they can file for as well. And there's a child care credit that they're eligible to apply for. If they don't know about it, then those dollars go unclaimed.
All right. I want to make sure you get every dime you have coming to you, especially this year. And quickly, with less than 30 seconds left, Super Saturday is this Saturday. It's tax help. It's a marathon going on.
Yes, it is. We have 8 sites open from 9 to 2 throughout the valley, and all they need to do is call here on these phones, or they can call 211, and 211 is a 3-digit telephone number that has all the locations and information.
All right, Dan Goulet, thanks again for everything that you do here in our community. 642-1342. These lines will be open until 7 o'clock tonight. If you're having trouble getting through because it looks like they're all just about full right now, you can call in between our newscasts. But we'll be back at 5 o'clock to talk about some more deductions that you might not know about that could bring you more money in your refund this year.
We'll look forward to that, Jimmy, and we'll pop up that number time and again here on this newscast. Thanks. Well, President Obama makes his first visit to California since he was elected. He's capping off his visit with an appearance on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno. People started lining up last night hoping to get a ticket to history. While he's been on The Tonight Show as a candidate, this will be the first time a sitting president has ever appeared on the show. And you can see President Obama on The Tonight Show right here on Channel 3 after News 3 Nightside at 11.
Oh, baby, beating out the boomers. More babies being born than in the 50s. Gonna have that story.
And speaking of babies, Octomom makes another frantic 911 call.
They're trying to break down the garage door.
Why she told police her newborns were in danger.
Plus, recognize this man, the face of America's most notorious cult leader. New photos reveal the toll 40 years of helter-skelter jail life can take. Also,
when buffalo go from roam to charge, caught on tape how a vet managed to survive an offensive bison tackle.
We were just so ecstatic every time he had to poop, so we went and cleaned it up.
You heard it right, how this dog's deposits turned into cash withdrawals for his owner. When First News 3 at 4 continues.
Real-time closed captioning provided by Rob Graham and Associates.
After the death of a loved one, you'll need help with creditors, extended family, and the courts. Call Rob Graham and Associates at 255-6161.
He gave her an injection of cash for implants, but
remember that?
Payback may not be in the cards.
Women say.
Watch Judge Judy, weekdays at 4:30, only on Channel 3.
This Saving You Money Line segment is brought to you by DeLuca and Associates.
Well, it's tax time again, and many people are concerned about how they're going to pay their back taxes to the IRS. Well, under Chapter 7, if your taxes are 3 years old, you filed them with the IRS at least 2 years ago, and they're not a tax lien, we can completely eliminate those taxes. If they are from the last 3 years, we can put those taxes under a Chapter 13 plan, pay them back over 60 months at 0 interest and no future penalties.
Do you own a power wheelchair or scooter? Is it working as good as new? If not, call Academy Medical Equipment today and our full-service repair shop will fix it. Whether it's batteries, motors, tires, seats, or joysticks, we repair all makes and models. And most repairs are covered by Medicare, Medicaid, or private insurance. Call our skilled technicians today and make your chair or scooter run like new again. Call 382-9991 now to get your chair or scooter fixed today.
Is your mortgage payment too high? Are you facing foreclosure? Call me. I'm attorney Randolph Goldberg. I'll lower your house payment, remove your second mortgage, eliminate your other debt, and save your home. That's what I do.
Maria needed $2,500 and didn't want to sell her car. She was in and out in 29 minutes with Cashback Title. Cashback Title accepts almost any age vehicle with title and offers up to $5,000 in cash and the lowest rates. Let Cashback Title turn your car into cash.
There are jobs out there, you just may not know where to look for them. Tomorrow morning when you wake up with us, we're going to explore the hidden job market. Starting at 5 a.m. tomorrow. We'll see you then.
Closed captioning in Spanish, sponsored by attorney Adam Kuttner. Injured? Call the law offices of Adam S. Kuttner for a free consultation. 382-0000.
Joseph Fritzl, the Austrian father who held his daughter captive for 24 years, was sentenced to life in a mental hospital. Fritzl has been convicted for holding his daughter captive in a cramped cellar underneath his home and fathering her 7 children. One of those children died because Fritzl refused to get him medical attention. Today, Fritzl told the court, quoting here, "I regret it with all my heart. I can't make it right anymore." Meantime, his daughter and her children remain in a secret location.
Charles Manson, one of this country's most infamous mass murderers, is looking, well, a bit different these days. Look at this picture of him now. It's part of a California State Prison's update of inmate images. Manson has been behind bars for almost 40 years. He still has his swastika, but he's balding and gray now. Manson and 4 followers were convicted of murdering 7 people in 1969, including pregnant actress Sharon Tate. Manson is 74 years old and is serving a life sentence.
Another Octomom 911 call has been released. This time, Nadia Suleiman called police when photographers got too close, trying to get the shot of 2 of her babies coming home.
The paparazzi is dangerous at this point. They're trying to break down the garage door. We pulled in here and they're swarming the whole area.
Suleiman brought Noah and Isaiah home Tuesday night. No word on when the remaining 6 will be allowed to go home.
A baby boom in the U.S. More babies were born in 2007 than any other year on record. A federal researcher reports the 4.3 million births in 2007 topped the record set in 1957 at the height of the baby boom. Also, the birth rate of unwed mothers, women in their 20s or older, reached an all-time high of about 40%. The birth rate among teens was also up for a second year in a row. Researchers say the good news is that the U.S. population is more than replacing itself.
Boy, what a sight. An undersea volcano off the coast of Tonga erupted, shooting smoke, steam, and ash thousands of feet into the sky above the South Pacific Ocean. It's beautiful, but you think it might be a bit frightening if you live nearby, but officials say this does not pose any danger to islanders. The volcano is just one of 36 clustered under the water in that area. Some scary moments for veterinarians testing bison in Alaska. This one in particular got spooked, refused to move into the cage, and charged one of the vets. The buffalo was then chased off before he could do any more damage, and thankfully that guy wasn't seriously hurt.
I'm glad the snow was kind of that fluffy, powdery stuff, you know, instead of the hard pack. Yeah. All right, Terry Fader makes his debut as a headliner at the Mirage, and we've got an exclusive look at his show.
Alicia Jacobs has that, and all the celebrity guest appearances that went on there.
Thanks, guys. All right, you know, he won America's Got Talent, and then he landed his dream job here in Vegas at the Mirage. Terry Fader's opening night attracted an eclectic group of celebs, including Kendall Tenney, and we have some exclusive video from that performance that you kind of have to see to believe.
As a singer, I just marvel at how he has such amazing vocal stamina and technique with his mouth closed.
Check this out. Terry turned the original Hulk, Lou Ferrigno, into a life-sized puppet.
When he put the mask on my face, and I felt like a moron because I keep seeing the mask move and I can't even see the audience, but it was a lot of fun. It was quite a surprise.
I thought we'd be Sunny and Cher. I'll be Sunny and I'll be Cher. You started out, okay. They say we young and we don't know. We won't find out until we grow. Well, I don't know if all that's true.
Terry's newest cast member, Vicky the Cougar, was backed by special guests, the Commodores, who paid tribute to her impressive assets.
Everybody in the house said, house. And she's a mighty, and just letting it all hang out.
It was a fun night. All right, I've said it before, puppets have always kind of creeped me out, but I love what Terry does, especially his Gnarls Barkley bit. It's crazy, no pun intended. The guy never moves his lips. Now, I'll have lots more with Terry, including my behind-the-scenes chat next week. And all right, here's a taste of the real VIP experience. Don't tell anybody, but I swiped an extra swag bag from the opening, and this puppy belongs to the third caller right now. It's 657-3425. Back to you guys.
Giving away.
So you stole it? Stolen goods you're giving away?
You know, I sort of borrowed it to pass on to a deserving viewer.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow,
I'm watching out for you.
Alicia may be in the Slammer tomorrow, but
Yeah, exactly.
good report all the same. It is a very good show. I took my kids to it, and you should be warned, it's probably PG-13. That's probably a good way to put it, but he is a super talented guy.
Yeah, I heard him on the radio, and he said it actually comes from the diaphragm. So it's not like really vocals, it's from the diaphragm. That's what he said. That's what he said.
Well, that was very insightful. Thank you, Sophia.
Okay.
You got anything that interesting?
Well, I know. I just think the guys in the Slammer will be happy that Alicia's coming down.
I know, exactly. Well, talking about great things, this weather is unbelievable.
Yeah, we've got some, I mean, the warmth continues. We've got some blemishes in the sky. Personally, I'm against it. The high clouds out there have ruined the beautiful blue sky we've had, but it's still pretty warm, and this is the warm before the storm that is due in over the weekend. It's going to knock the temperature down more than 20 degrees. Right now, we're sitting at 80, the breeze at 8 miles per hour. Humidity, even with all the clouds overhead, the humidity is pretty low. It's coming in at 14%. That moisture not translating down to ground level. Here are the temperatures in neighborhoods across the the valley and all of the water-smart weather stations pretty warm. They range anywhere from 77 to 81 degrees, depending on your neck of the cactus. At McCarran, so far, 80 has been our high, so 10 degrees above normal again. Still 8 shy of the record. 57, a very mild morning low, maybe a degree or two warmer than that as we get your Friday started. Air quality is mostly good. A couple of neighborhoods on the east side reporting moderate levels of particulate matter. That's the dust and other junk getting tossed in the air. Now, if you are heading out, it'll be a mostly cloudy early evening. Clouds will start breaking apart as we drop to the lower 70s. And with a partly cloudy sky, or maybe even mostly sunny, we should begin your day tomorrow at 58 degrees. The big news, again, the pollen count. Check this out, up over 26,000 grains per cubic meter of air. Again, that's pretty much in the middle of the city, and it is mainly mulberry. And allergy sufferers are dealing with a rough season with all that mulberry pollen going on. So here are the high clouds. They'll continue to swish right on through, probably clear out late night, early morning hours, and there'll be a few holes in them as well. And then as that system pushes to the east, the next system taking shape will dive down from the north, and as it does, much colder air, some pretty strong winds, and even a chance for rain, especially as we get to Sunday. It's something we'll be watching very closely over the next couple of days. Here are your overnight low temperatures tonight. 50 in Pahrump, 52 in Mesquite. Then high temperatures tomorrow. We're looking for numbers hitting 80, well, 81 in Primm, 79 in Pahrump and Sandy Valley. How about 87 in Laughlin? For the Las Vegas Valley, we're going down to 58 degrees. Periods of high cloudiness. They'll clear out very late tonight, setting up a mostly sunny day tomorrow. How about 85 degrees for your Friday? The record is 90, so we'll be closing in on that. And your 7-day forecast, Saturday will start to cool down. The winds pick up late Saturday. They'll really be blowing Saturday night and Sunday. We do have that chance for rain on Sunday, and look at the drop from the mid-80s to the low 60s. Nice rebound next week, but this weekend there will be some winds a-blowing, especially Saturday night and Sunday.
Well, we'll watch out for that. Thank you. Okay. And I want to say a quick hello to all my new friends at Ober Elementary. Carlos Band, photographer extraordinaire, and I got to go over there for Reading Week. They are adorable. These are first graders from Ms. Kirkendall's and Ms. Jarvis's classrooms, and they were just awesome. They were so nice, asked me a bunch of questions, including, I'm reading Lotta's Bike. It's my sister's a teacher, and that's the book she recommended. It teaches kids about being honest. I've got a book you can read. I know. Next time I'll read your book. Next time your book.
Just kidding. It's only a joke.
Well, it's a good book. Bike, we had a lot of fun.
All right, there is a big pot of federal stimulus money for education in Nevada, but will our state leave that money on the table? Coming up on News 3 at 5.
They apply for a waiver and wait and it not come through, then we would not be able to deal with some of the critical issues.
We'll tell you what it takes, or will take, to get those federal dollars and who's on each side of this fight. Also at 5, is a special income tax the answer to getting the money back from AIG executives who scored big bonuses? What happened in Congress today? All that and a lot more coming up tonight on News 3 at 5.
And still to come right here, a meal worth every penny.
How this dog ate hundreds of dollars in cash. Still to come.
This Saving You Money Line segment is brought to you by DeLuca and Associates.
Well, it's tax time again, and many people are concerned about how they're going to pay their back taxes to the IRS. Well, under Chapter 7, if your taxes are 3 years old, you filed them with the IRS at least 2 years ago, and they're not a tax lien, we can completely eliminate those taxes. If they are from the last 3 years, we can put those taxes under a Chapter 13 plan, pay them back over 60 months at 0 interest and no future penalties.
Let the good times flow with Laughlin's best getaway deal, the Aquarius Casino Resort, with newly renovated rooms featuring plush beds, flat screen TVs, and beautiful granite countertop baths. And dining includes our award-winning Friday night seafood buffet, plus a new Outback Steakhouse. Play your favorite slots and table games with the highest posted limits in town. Book now, and the Aquarius Getaway, including breakfast, is only $39.99. Call 1-800-662-LUCK and mention code GETAWAY.
Add a little meat and cheese, and the potato becomes even more impressive. Thanks, Idaho. We owe you one. 3 new creations from IHOP, served with pancakes and eggs at the International House of Loaded Country Hash Browns. Try IHOP for dinner, too.
As a school teacher, I was embarrassed about filing for bankruptcy, but Haynes and Krieger let me know that I'm not alone.
If you're in foreclosure, you have an option. Call 880-5554 or visit LasVegasForeclosureGuys.com. Haynes & Krieger is here to help.
Secure your valuables now. Liberty Lock and Safe has the largest selection of safes and vaults of all types and sizes at factory discount prices. Protect your home or business now.
871 Keys.
I was in a car accident and it was pretty bad. I had no health insurance at the time, so I had no idea what I was going to do.
If you don't know what to do after an accident, call Hennessy Haight. We'll take the fear away. We'll get you the help you need and the money you deserve.
They really took into account my specific circumstances.
Our team treats every client as an individual. You're a person, not a number. Our strength and power will get you results.
Don't wait. Call Hennessy Haight, 862-8200.
Experience a whole new kind of television.
This is the latest in facial resurfacing.
Every day on The Doctors.
A North Carolina woman says her dog ate $400 in cash, and now she's closely following that dog, slowly piecing her money back together.
Augie and I went for a long walk just to see. So sure enough, his second deposit was, we hit gold.
Yeah, when Kelly Davis lost the money, she realized through the process of elimination, her dog Augie ate the money. Well, after following him around, they put it back together bit by bit. Davis is now going to send it to the Treasury Department to see if they'll reimburse her for the cash.
They'll be thrilled to get that.
Yeah, exactly. And Kendall said if she washes it, it'll be money laundering. We'll be right back.
Channel 3 is bringing 38 Special, Styx, and REO Speedwagon to Southern Nevada May 16th at the Thomas & Mack Center. Rock out to all three bands for just $25. Go to kbbc.com. Click on the Channel 3 Can't Stop Rockin' Tour button. Enter promo code MyNews3. Fill out your information and hit enter, and you'll get tickets before they even go on sale. This is an exclusive offer for News 3 viewers, so act fast.
Everything that goes into each of the 13 different varieties of Mrs. Dash, all those natural herbs and spices, is just as important as what doesn't. No salt, no MSG. Everything that goes into Mrs. Dash is there to make sure that what you get out is nothing short of delicious. Mrs. Dash, salt-free, flavorful. And try the 10-minute marinades from Mrs. Dash.
Are you and your gray hair facing an identity crisis?
My hair says experience. My hair says energy.
Touch of Gray. The best of both combs away a little gray, never too much, just right.
Now I look like I know what I'm doing and can still do it.
Touch of Gray.
I'm attorney Glenn Lerner. When you're hurt in a wreck, your whole life is shattered. When that happens, don't get left in the dock by the insurance company. Let our team of professionals help put your life back together again.
Call 877-1500.
In today's economy, everyone's looking for a free ride, and Desert Toyota is giving it to you. In order to meet our sales goal of 1,000 vehicles, Desert Toyota has made special arrangements with our lenders to bring you no payments for 6 months on every car and truck. This is the real thing. No payments for 6 months on our most popular Toyotas, like the fuel-efficient Camry and Corolla. Take a free ride for the next 6 months at Desert Toyota. Desert buys more, Desert sells more. Desert Toyota. Don't sell your car without us.
Carpets Galore doesn't understand other advertised prices. Free pad, free financing, 50, 60% off? Off of what? Carpets Galore has everyday low prices that beat every sales price in town and have for over 26 years. Call or bring in their so-called sale price and see for yourself. Our competitors know it, we know it, and we want you to know it too. We beat them all in service and price.
Carpet, tile, or wood. Carpets Galore with 2 locations, 385-5252.
Maybe you didn't hear me. I wanted a large pizza.
A large for $5.99 from Pizza Hut.
A large for a penny less than 6.
A large for $5.99.
I've only got 6 bills in my pocket. They all have ones on them. I could give that to you and get a large.
For $5.99.
Invite 2 friends, Lincoln and Washington. They want a pizza. What do they get?
It's true. A large one-topping Pizza Mia at Pizza Hut is just $5.99. Made with sauce from vine-ripened California tomatoes and whole milk mozzarella.
How many do I have to buy?
You only have to buy 1.
Only at Pizza Hut. Now you're eating.
Here's your direct line to the IRS if you have any tax questions. The deadline's creeping up on us.
And they actually want to help here. They're going to be here even when we're not on. So if you write that number down, 642-1342, they can help.